Hello everybody, my name is Tiffany. Welcome back to my channel. I have started a series, very quick series about how I choose which jobs I'm going to apply for. So what I decided to do is I went through 4 or 5, I think it's 4. I went through some job descriptions and I've created videos about each one of them. And what I'm doing in the video is I'm breaking down the company, I'm breaking down the technologies they use, like everything that's in the job description I talk about, and at the end you see if I would apply to this job or not based on just those things that you see. Also during the video I give you advice about, you know, these are things that you need to be looking for, that sort of thing. So I'm hoping that this series is going to be very helpful for you all. But yeah, tell me if you enjoyed the series and if it was helpful, if it was meaningful, was it something that you could benefit from? So yeah, enjoy the videos that are coming up.
Jobs. So I decided to pull about 4 jobs I have in front of me. They're all junior software web developer jobs in my area because, I mean, I'm in my area. So I decided to go ahead and like pull some jobs, and I'm like, let's just go through the job description together and see if I would apply to it or if I would not apply to it. That's kind of the gist of today's video. Now, full disclosure here, I have not applied to any of these jobs, nor do I have the intention of applying to any of these jobs. I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of how I would think through the process of, okay, do I have enough experience to apply for this job? So let's get started. One is for a company here. Of course, they're all going to be in the Dallas area, but it's a junior software developer position. It's for a software technology company. And it says here, since we're looking at job descriptions, what it says here is that it's a rapidly growing technology company. And so you can tell that it's probably going to be a startup. And it could be a fairly awesome startup that is functioning absolutely beautifully, or it could be one of those where they just got started last year. I can't tell from looking at this, but I could tell that it's probably a startup. And it looks like it has clients that are bigger than they are, so that's also a good thing to note. Best software engineers in the country. Now, some people look at this right here, they'll look at that and they'll say, I don't really know, because am I the best? And people start bogging themselves down because they're like, oh no, I'm not the best. Truth be told, there is no best, right? Those don't exist. There's people that just know how to look for information and know how to use the information they find in order to, they know how to massage it and make it do what it needs to do. So I'd keep that in mind. And they keep raving about the top companies they work with. They're looking for several passionate, ambitious software developers to design, develop, install software solutions. That's a mouthful. So as you can tell, they're looking for a junior if you scroll back up here. And so what they said is they're looking for several people. So which means you have a pretty good chance of getting a job because they're looking for several folks. You could be one of them. And I'm not saying that to be facetious. I'm serious. You could be one of them. But if you look closer, they're looking for software engineers to design, develop, and install. So if you aren't really good at like putting things on the page and that sort of thing, you might be weary of not applying to this position. And honestly, don't not apply to a position just because it includes things that you may not be good at. It's just like the technical skills. You may not know how to design, but you may know how to develop really well, and you're very good in that skill, and that's your strong point. But they are looking for several passionate people. So if you're really passionate about what you're good at what you're doing, I'd say give it a shot. So far so good. And then this just goes on to tell kind of like what this person would actually be doing. But so far so good. I would say, yeah, I'd apply for this job. So now we go into the responsibility responsibilities. You've got to solve complex business problems. Honestly, that's what we're all doing. We're trying to solve complex problems. But it's also, I guess it's good to put it in there. I don't know. Execute full lifestyle software development. So what we're talking about is everything from the front end to the back end. We're talking about databases. We're talking about everything in between. So I would make sure that you're good in that skill set and that fits something that you would like to do. Write well-designed testable code. Again, writing tests in code. Make sure that you've done it before and you have examples of where you have done it, because that's important. Collaborate end users to find innovative solutions to problems. Now, this is a good one. I think it's important because the people that are using your product or your solution or your service, whatever it is, they're the important ones, and you need to talk to them now and again. And you may feel a little bit uncomfortable doing that as a developer, just because you may just want to say, I just want to code the thing. I don't want to talk to you about it. But it's important to get that feedback from them and continue that collaboration process. So it's very good that they kind of included that in here, and that's what they are doing. So that's good to know. So I'm on board with that. Comply with project plans and industry standards. That's just kind of like how you're coding. Make sure you're using the most up-to-date standards. Let's see. Present ideas for system improvements. Sure, you got ideas? Let's hear about them. So here we are. We're under the skill set. First thing listed is a bachelor's degree in computer science, IT, engineering, mathematics, or related field. Now, some of you are like, no, I can't apply because I don't have that degree. But fear not. I would still say if you've gotten this far in the job description, you're liking what you're seeing, you're like, I can do this, I'm up for it, and I like this company. I'd say don't let that deter you, is what I'm saying. If you have a bachelor's degree at all, I'm pretty sure you're in good shape. But if you have projects, if you've got them on your website, you're in awesome shape. If you could talk about those projects and what you did in those projects, if you worked with other people in those projects, show that. That's important. We have 0 to 3 years of experience, excellent problem solver. This goes on and on, guys. We're talking about OOP, we're talking about Passion, we're talking about Java, JavaScript, C++, and CSS. But if you look, because I didn't look at this just right now, I just went straight to the languages. This could mess us up sometimes. Exposure to one of the following. Remember, this is a junior software developer position, and it looks like they're actually looking for a junior person. So if you're good with JavaScript and not necessarily Java, that's fine. Apply anyway. If you don't even know what C++ is, but you're good at Java, great. Apply to it. That's awesome. Minimum commitment. Ooh. That's different. Ability to accept a 2-year minimum commitment. That's interesting. I have never seen anything like that on a job application. I'm serious. I've not seen this job before. I literally just clicked on it because it said junior software developer and started this video. So, wow. That's interesting. So what they're saying is you got to work for us for 2 years minimum. Like, that's not something that we are budging on. I mean, let's move on. Ability to relocate anywhere in the U.S. Okay, so what they're looking for is someone who's able to, like, pick up where they are and move somewhere else. That's what it looks like. Although this thing did say Dallas, so I don't know. I haven't researched the company at this point, and I'm not doing that in this step. I'm just looking through the job description. I'll leave you to get to the knowledge of looking through job description and then going and researching or doing them concurrently. Of course, we're talking about citizenship here. So then they go down to the benefits. We're talking about competitive salary. What does that really mean? We don't know at this state, but if I were you, I'd go and start looking up reports on salaries, Glassdoor, and start looking at different IT agencies like Robert Half Technology. What kind of salary ranges do they have, and how does that fit in? They do provide relocation assistance. So they were talking about working anywhere and relocating. Hey, go for it. If that's what you're into doing, they would provide that assistance. With relocation assistance, I haven't had that before, but what I know is that you should make sure that they're paying for your place to stay. Make sure they're giving you a suitable amount of income and a suitable amount of money, or however they're doing that, in order to get from A to B. So if I'm in Dallas, I'm trying to relocate to like California, well, you now have to look at the cost of living in California. So, because that's where you're going to be living. So make sure to keep those things in mind. You might be stuck in the mindset of being here, but if you know this job is relocating you somewhere else, look at that other state's salary as well within this field to figure out where you need to be at. Dental insurance, vision, health, paid time off. They have industry certifications. I don't know what that means. Could that mean that they'll give you a certification for like a SQL test that you take? I mean, if you do like a SQL, I don't know. I'd ask on that. They do provide training, so that's awesome at the business level, which is great. Which means they'll probably bring that into the company, and you'll probably just have a training day. The movie. Not the movie, sorry. 401k, so that's good. So they tell you to hurry up and apply immediately if you're suitable for this job. Me, myself, personally, would I apply to this job? I personally have a couple of Waverly issues with this job. The first one being the fact that they want a 2-year commitment. They're not budging on it, but it wouldn't keep me from applying. I would apply to the job, and then once I get in front of the right people, I would start asking those questions. Maybe why is there a 2-year commitment for this position? And is there any kind of research in their past that they felt like maybe this helps? Maybe the morale of the team or the closest of the team. What does that entail? And then, of course, with relocation, I'm wary on relocation at this point in my life. It may be something I could do in the future, but I don't know about right now. However, like I said, it wouldn't be one of those things that deters me from applying. Because are they talking about relocating to Dallas? Because remember, up here they said it's in Dallas, Texas. So this is one of those things where you go on their website and you start looking to see where their locations are. And you could find this pretty easily on a website. But other than that, I would definitely apply for this position. And if I was really interested, I would really make sure to connect with someone who was possibly in this company. But, you know, it looks like here they have their application process. You could auto-fill it in with LinkedIn, which is pretty cool that people have that these days, because all my information is on LinkedIn. It makes it really easy. So I do like that. So yeah, I would apply for this.
I hope you all enjoyed that video. Again, this is a new series I'm doing, and I hope that you all enjoy it. I hope it's helpful to you. Please give me a thumbs up if it was helpful. Leave me a comment below if you have any questions, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you next time. Bye.